Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Friday, November 6th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscasters. So once again, thanks for joining us here. We will begin. Let's go ahead and send our links out to everybody. We'll have that up in a second. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and do that for all the viewers. So we're going to reload this up. And I'll send the send out the information to anybody. Everything's sent out, so that one's sent out. Okay, we'll send it over to Facebook now. Make sure everybody gets their links. So we'll have you set up in just a second. Send your links over to this one, and we'll send it over. There we go. The links is in, and also we'll send over to YouTube as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's send this over to YouTube. There it is, YouTube. You have yours. So once again, let's begin our news headlines here on this Friday. Also, we'll have the Friday Night High School Football Show here on StreamYard and Sportscaster only tonight. So we'll be from 7 to midnight. We'll have the Friday Night Football Show. That will be at 11 o'clock. So we will have the Friday Night High School Football Show here on Sportscaster and StreamYard. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and put the news headlines up on the screens. I'm going to set that up in just a second. There it is. Everything on the screen. So let's go ahead and dive into some news. Let's go. Okay. Once again, Boston Red Sox bring back Alex Cora as the manager. So once again, this came out earlier this morning, about 8:30 this morning. They will rehire Alex Cora to be the manager of the Boston Red Sox. He won the World Series back in 2018. He was suspended for one season after his role in some kind of scandal. So they had a scandal that really got him suspended. So that's once again, he is going to be rehired as the Red Sox manager. So once again, shortened season, Boston went 24-36. So that was just unfortunately missing the playoffs as well. So I think hopefully he can get this team back to a some sense of getting back into the playoffs. So let's go ahead and play this video and let's see what Buster Olney had to say about it. So let's go ahead and play this video for you.
Crazy not to rehire Alex Cora, because how often in a big market like Boston, where there's so much media scrutiny, do you have the opportunity to hire someone who's been a proven winner, who knows the market, who played in the market, who knows all the members of the media, knowing that if the Red Sox struggle in 2021 under a rookie manager, the scrutiny on the front office would have been unbelievable. So by bringing back Alex Cora now, someone who's known to the fan base, you probably buy a couple of years for the Red Sox to go through some of the rebuilding they're going to have to do.
Yes, because
yes, they're going to have to rebuild big time after going 24-36. Yes, I think they're going to have to rebuild, and I think Alex Cora will try to get this. Will make this transition a lot smoother. So I'll be honest with you. Why not rehire him? Why not? That's just my opinion on it. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's pull this up. Okay, let's go over some more news. Okay, once again, Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott limited with hamstring. So once again, he is most likely not going to probably. Hopefully he plays, but looks like he's with this thing. I don't think he most likely will. He did spoke on 105.3 fan of Dallas owner Jerry Jones. I'll be honest with you. I hope he does come back. I hope Ezekiel Elliott does come back faster and stronger than ever. But there's a lot of things going on in D-Town. So once again, this is from Tom Orchard. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. Okay, let's see. Okay, Joe Namath could see Trevor Lawrence forcing a trade if picked by the Jets. So that's what Joe Namath is saying on this article. This is from Sabini. You can reach him at reach him at ESPN. So once again, Joe Namath chiming in on the Trevor Lawrence possible if he does get drafted by the Jets, he will be forced to trade, so that's most likely going to happen. So I don't think he wants to play in New York. So that's kind of the ledger right there. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about. Okay, Cano's Alvarez, free agent from Golden Boy contract. So that's is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN. That's Colino Alvarez. Yeah. So once again, he is not going to be with the his agency no more. So once again, Golden Boy declined to comment on the matter. So totally a DAZN. So once again, this is unfortunate for Alvarez, but it is what it is. Alvarez has a 53-1-2 record. He has 36 knockouts in this boxing career. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. NFL finds Pittsburgh Steelers Mike Tomlin over mask. I think they should because, like I said, if you don't wear your mask, guess what? You're going to get fined, and that's what they should do. They should send an absolute message to all these NFL coaches and players. If you do not wear your mask, you should be fined. That is a rule. You have to abide by them. So, I mean, I know a lot of people get pissed off about it, but the truth of the matter is it is there for a reason. So the team was fined $250,000 for not wearing masks. Mike Tomlin also $100,000. So that's absolutely what they need to do. So let's go ahead and play this video back.
Mentality that Lamar Jackson's throwing ability was a question mark. The same thing that I've been saying about Cam, Max, which is what we will get into later. In the end, now that we walk away from this game, yes, we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson struggling again. And again, from a macro perspective, I don't disagree with either of y'all. But specifically compartmentalizing yesterday's game.
So, like I said, it's just like I said, it's a bottom feeder situation. I mean, this is something, like I said, I cannot stress that enough to anyone. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, let's see what this is about. Okay, once again, Mitchell Trubisky won't need surgery, so that's good news for Mitchell Trubisky. Going into their week. So once again, He was injured on his throwing shoulder on a long snap after the Saints win. So Matt Nagy confirmed that on Wednesday. So once again, he will not need surgery. So that's good news. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. See who's in here. Looks like okay, let's go ahead and go over this. Okay, predicting offseason moves for all 30 teams is what they're talking about. This is from David Shanefield. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com, talking about the offseason moves for all 30 baseball teams. So I think, like I said, they need to start right now to rebuild their program. What they could do, sign Trevor Bauer, trade Francisco Linder, and also move Corey Seager to third base. So I think that most likely will probably happen, moving Corey Seager to third base. Also, re-signing Justin Turner and Jock Peterson. That's probably going to happen down the line. Now, for the Padres, is the lineup is set to add some pitching depth. So I think it's going to be a big win for them. Hopefully, they can sign Trevor Bauer or Kiki Hernandez. It's another guy. Also, San Francisco Giants roll the dice on some second-tier pitchers. Sign Rich Hill and Jose Quintero. It's another guy that hopefully they can sign. Now for the Rockies, sign JT Remiro and also David Dahl and trade him. That's probably going to happen. I think they're going to trade David Dahl. That's probably going to come down the pipeline. Now, looks like they could trade Nolan Arondo and Trevor Story. Most likely going to happen. Now, the next one is the Arizona D-backs finding a center fielder and starting pitching depth. So I think they have to find their starting pitchers and a center fielder that's going to help out this team in the long run. So I think it's probably going to be a toss-up there with the Arizona D-backs. Now the Cubs in mind, keep 5 core players: Rizzo, Bryan, Schwarber, Velez, and Wilson Contreras. Yes, I think they should keep those 5 players with the Cubs. Now, the St. Louis Cardinals. This is another one. The St. Louis Cardinals signed George Springer, DJ LeMahieu, Nelson Cruz. I think that's probably going to come down the line. I think they're going to be making some significant trade incentives. I'm looking at these screens. 14 viewers. I appreciate those 14 viewers. Also, re-signing Adam Ringwhite, Yandy Molina, and also Jonathan Scoop. Hopefully they will do that. Now the Cincinnati Reds. This is another organization that's going to have to build their program up. Sign Davo Giovis and Tyler Chatwood. That's another guy that's most likely going to have to be signed with them. And the players could dip in and get trade some of those players. That's what you have to do if you're going to be a winning ball club, is get some depth for your team. Now the Milwaukee Brewers looking for big bats in the offense because they were ranked 27. Acquired Josh Bell for the Pirates. Signed Tommy Stella and also Ryan Braun. Yeah, I think they're going to re-sign Ryan Braun because I don't think he would want to go to another baseball team right now, other than the Milwaukee Brewers. So I'm pretty sure that most likely will happen. Now the Pittsburgh Pirates. So they're going to have to do. They went 9-41. That's something you cannot. I mean, a lot of fans are going to get really tired of the Pittsburgh Pirates losing year after year after year after year. So I'll be honest with you, they're going to have to need some significant improvements to get better, to get into the playoffs. Because once, like I said, if you don't get in the playoffs, that manager that they have will not be around. Now, for the Atlanta Braves, resigning Marcelo Asaga, also trade for Chris Bryant and sign Mike Minor. That's another guy. Now the Miami Marlins sign George Springer and DJ LeMahieu. I think that most likely will happen. Also, they'll sign Pedro Valles and Mike Sereno. I think there's probably the Miami Marlins can stack up their ball club if they do those things. I think they will. Because look, a lot of Miami Marlins fans, look, sure, they almost made it to the World Series this year, but unfortunately, they kind of they just didn't have the cut. So I'll be honest with you, this Miami Marlins team will back again next year and the year after next. So that's just the sign of this team building up. Now, the Philadelphia Phillies signed JT Ramiro. Also, Liam Hemrick and Andrew Simon. That's another guy. They're going to be now the New York Mets. They got the same thing. Signed JT Ramiro, George Springer, and Trevor Bauer. So the New York Mets have to rebuild. It's another program. Now the Miami Washington Nationals write off 2020 and reload. Yes, I think they should reload. Now the Oakland A's, they just have to sign 2 players. So they'll have to sign those 2 players and just go get some more depth. Now the Houston Astros, in general, figure out not having Justin Verlander, George Springer, and Michael Brantley. Sign Asaga and Yates. So that's another one. Now Seattle. This is going to be a big upload for them. Getting some bullpens arms. I think they're going to have to do that. I think because if you don't if you don't do that, you're not going to go to no playoffs. That's just the way it is. Also, the Angels find some best friends for Mike Trout. That's what they want. Also, sign Seaman, Paxton, Porcello, and Han. So I think they need to do those things. They'll be okay. Now, spend money like 1850 California gold miners on whiskey. Yep. So that's what they're going to have to do. Trade Lance Lynn. So they're going to have to trade that one. Now, Minnesota. You mean besides winning playoff game, sign Nelson Cruz and Corey Cleaver. That's what you have to do. So they'll have to resign Cruz and get Cleaver. Now the Chicago White Sox, starting pitcher or DH. So that's going to be their depth chart breakdown. Now, the Cleveland Indians find some outfielders who can hit. Yeah, they're going to have to get some power. The Cleveland Indians. Now, also the Kansas City Chiefs get some big sticks. Now, hire a new manager. Yeah, I think that's probably going to have to be their their first order of business is getting a new manager. Now, the Tampa Bay Rays, nothing. Just do what they have to. Just do what they do. Reload once again. The Yankees trade Francisco Linder, sign Trevor Bauer, sign JT Remiro. So that's probably going to be their off-season moves for the now Toronto has to spend big and go big. That's what they're gonna have to do. Go get some players that's gonna be beneficial to their ball club. Now continue to rebuild. That's what the Orioles also the so that's now the Boston Red Sox. This is another organization. They keep Alex Cora. I think they're going to have to have a sign of rebuilding because look, they be honest with you, they're going 24, winning 24 games in 2020 isn't going to get anywhere. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, we'll just move along. And we'll go over to, let's see. We'll go over to Crescent City Sports. We'll pull that up on the screen. Okay, Crescent City Sports. Let's talk about New Orleans connection to Notre Dame football. So that's is notable. So that's what they're talking about. This is from Renee Nato. You can follow him at Crescent City Sports. Crescent City Sports also has the Friday Night High School prep show, which will be here, which will be on our simulcast, which will be on tonight. So we'll have those guys. So we're going to be talking about that. So once again, Notre Dame football has New Orleans ties. Currently, they have Lawrence Keys, which he's a 5'11", 173 guy. Also with blazing speed, he's from John McDonough. Also Wayne Reese, 4-star prospect. Keys is another guy. Also last season, Keys has 13 catches for 134. So it's a very good relationship with the city of New Orleans, Notre Dame. So that's just kind of Steve Stonebreaker was one of those players that played for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He also played with the Bears and the Saints. That's another guy. Now, John Pettibone, another guy that played back in 1946. He played with the Jesuit Blue Jays. He had 18 touchdowns. That was back in 1946. He also played with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Also, Greg Blanchard. It's another guy. And also Ron Henry. He played with him back in 1972 before going to USL, which is University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Also, Lorenzo Scott initially signed with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So it's an absolute, be honest with you, it's an absolute great relationship with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the city of New Orleans. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. Tom DeTa heads local connection on Breeders' Cup weekend. So Breeders' Cup will be this coming weekend. So I think this is a very good. He has a very good chance of winning it. So Grade 1 winner. The post time will be at 4:18 on Saturday. So once again, he will race in that in the Breeders' Cup. So I think I wish him all the best of luck. Time DeTa, the horse. I think that's Tom Bentz's horse. So that will be this coming weekend. He will be in the Breeders' Cup. Okay, Saints injury reports. Kamara, Callaway, fully practiced, but Breeze is still limited from Thursday. So this is the practice injury report. Sheldon Rankins did not practice. He had knee, Harding, groin, Breeze, shoulder. Thomas still out. He has a hamstring. Full practice was Callaway, Easton, Kamara. So Kamara still he had a foot. Now did not practice was Ali Malpet. He had a concussion for the Bucks. So that's also Godwin had a finger, so it looks like he was limited. Jason Pierre-Paul, injury, knee injury. Edwards, groin. Dean, illness, and also Winfield, shoulder. So once again, the injury reports from yesterday. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. Okay, once again, Louisiana Tech, North Texas is postponed due to COVID-19 infections. So once again, that will not be on tomorrow. So once again, they were supposed to kick off at 5 p.m. tomorrow, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. So that they will have a bye weekend. They will take on Rice. That will be on November 14th. So they will reschedule it for December 3rd. It'll be on CBS Sports Network. Kickoff time 5 p.m. So once again, that is unfortunate for Louisiana Tech, but that's just way it is. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. Okay, let's see. Okay, Miles Brennan on tried to practice on Wednesday, but still too painful. So once again, Miles Brennan, unfortunately, didn't practice with the team on Wednesday, but it's so once again, this is a very good week for him to get well, because once Alabama begins, they're going to need those quarterbacks on deck if they're going to beat Alabama next Saturday. So once again, if he doesn't go, it's probably going to have to be Finley once again. So once again, this is from Crest City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. Okay, reports of Drew Holiday will be on the trading block. So I think he is. I absolutely think he is. I mean, if you can get somebody for him, that would be a great investment. So that's just my opinion. So I know a lot of people might not like this idea about trading Drew Holiday, but that's the unfortunate facts as of right now. So that is just what they're looking at right now. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. So we'll wrap this up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back later with Friday Night High School Football Show on Sportscaster and StreamYard. We'll audio stream the in-game reports from Crescent City Sports team. So we will have those guys here on our show tonight, Friday Night High School Football Show. It will be tonight on once again on Sportscaster and StreamYard. So once again, now tomorrow we'll have Tulane versus ECU. That will be audio stream only. So that will be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So we will be here on StreamYard and Sportscaster, bringing you play-by-play coverage of Tulane and ECU as Tulane goes for their next win against the East Carolina Pirates. So once again, we'll have that game for you. So once again, thanks for joining us here. We will be back later in the evening. So please like, share, and follow us at the on Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. Follow us. I'm going to show you those. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. We'll be here all this week and all next week. We're going to just expand it for 2 weeks. Also follow us on Tumblr. Follow us on Sportscaster, flagship of Sports Talk, and also LSU Tulane football and New Orleans Saints football coverage. And once Pelicans season begins, we'll be here to bring you Pelicans basketball as well. So we will be doing that. Also follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Skype. Follow us on LinkedIn. And follow us on Blogspot. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Friday afternoon. We'll be back later with the Friday Night Football, Friday Night High School Football Show, which will be on Sportscaster only and StreamYard only. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Friday, and we'll be back later for Sportscaster. Now, for the Facebook and YouTube viewers, we will be back most likely Sunday for Sports Talk. So everybody have a good rest of your Friday afternoon. We'll be back later on Sportscaster for Friday Night High School Football Show, exclusively on Sportscaster.